Welcome to this video lecture. In this class, let us learn about diagonalization of state matrix. Diagonalization of state matrix A. Remember, in your state space model of control system, capital A represents state matrix. Now, how to make this state matrix as diagonal? You have studied this in your previous video lecture also. Diagonal canonical form. In the diagonal canonical form, your capital A is diagonal only. Okay, so that is also one method to make the capital A matrix as diagonal, and there is one more method here. Okay, there are two methods to make your capital A state matrix as diagonal matrix. Either you can use that method, whatever is there in the previous video lecture, or you can use this method, whatever I am going to explain now. Diagonalization of state matrix A. And I will tell you in which problems you have to follow which method. Okay, both methods you can use, you will get the same answer. But in particular problems, if you use one method particularly, then your problem becomes very short and you will get the answer early within few steps. Okay, that I will tell you for which problems you have to use which method, so that the answer will be same. So now how to convert this capital A into diagonal matrix? For that you have to understand the concept of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. I hope you have studied the concept of those eigenvalues of any given matrix. If a matrix is a square matrix means number of rows is equal to number of columns. For any square matrix, you can find the eigenvalues lambda in mathematics. You have studied. By using this eigenvalues, you can convert the state matrix into capital A state matrix. You can convert it into diagonal matrix. Okay, and remember, state matrix A is a square matrix. It is of size n cross n. Okay, if there are two state variables, then the size of the capital A will be 2 cross 2 matrix. Now for this 2 cross 2 matrix, can you find the eigenvalues? Remember from your mathematics how to find eigenvalues for a given square matrix. First step is to, for the given square matrix A, find the eigenvalues lambda. Lambda is the representation used for eigenvalues. How will you find? Your eigenvalues is found by determinant lambda I minus A is equal to 0. Determinant of lambda into I stands for identity matrix, minus A is equal to 0. And whatever the roots you get now, that is the roots of this equation is called as eigenvalues. Roots of this is called eigenvalues lambda. Okay, you can get 2 eigenvalues or 3 eigenvalues like that. Now if these eigenvalues are all distinct means lambda 1 is different, lambda 2 is different, lambda 3 is different. There is nothing like lambda 1, lambda 2 both are same. Okay, there is nothing like that. Okay, lambda 1 is different, lambda 2 is different, lambda 3 is different. All are different values for eigen. That different values of eigen, we call it as distinct. So if eigenvalues are distinct means all the eigenvalues are different values. If they are distinct, then only you can diagonalize A matrix. Otherwise you cannot convert A matrix to the diagonal form. If there are eigenvalues which are distinct, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are all different, then only you can take the capital A and you can make it as a diagonal matrix. If the eigenvalues are all same, or if one eigenvalue is same as another eigenvalue, then you cannot take this capital A and you cannot convert it into diagonal form for that problem. Okay, this is very important condition. If you want to make a capital A as a diagonal matrix, the eigenvalues of the capital A matrix should be distinct values. Now let us consider there are n number of lambda values, lambda 1 eigenvalues, lambda 2, lambda 3, etc. up to lambda n. N eigenvalues are present. For this n eigenvalues, if you know how to convert it into equation, you should construct a matrix called as capital P. Capital P, first row should be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. First row should be 1. Second row should be lambda 1, lambda 2, etc. up to lambda n. Third row should be lambda 1 square, lambda 2 square, etc. up to lambda n square. Like that. Fourth row should be lambda 1 cube, lambda 2 cube, etc. up to lambda n cube. Like this you have to continue until you get lambda n minus 1. Okay, power n minus 1. Lambda n minus 1. Okay, starting from lambda 1 in the second row, what will be the last power you will get? Lambda square, lambda cube, etc. up to lambda power n minus 1. And lambda 2 power n minus 1. Like this, etc. up to lambda n power n minus 1. This matrix you have to construct first. That is your second step. P is a matrix where you need to write down the P matrix as 1, 1, 1 in the first row, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda n, whatever you have got, lambda 1 square, lambda 2 square, etc. whatever you have got, like that you have to construct. This is a P matrix. Okay. Now you have to take x is equal to, now you have to take wherever x is there, that you have to write it as P into Z. P is a matrix, Z is another state variable. You know that x is a state variable. From this x state variable I am converting it to another state variable Z. Okay, then only you will get the diagonal form. Now what is your expression? Put x is equal to pz in state equation. What is your state equation? Capital X dot is equal to ax plus bu. Capital X dot is equal to ax plus bu. Now you substitute what is x? P into z. What about x dot? P into z dot. For p you should not write dot. P is a constant. P is a constant matrix. So if you put x dot, then z dot will come. So what will be x dot? If you substitute P into z dot is equal to, here also x is equal to P into z, B into u. Now I don't want this P should be present on the left hand side, take it to the right hand side. Z dot. See, in matrix, all these are matrix form. In matrix, if the P is present on the left hand side, after taking, if the P is present on the left, to the left of Z dot, P is present to the left of Z dot, when you take it to the other side, P should also be on the left side only. And when you take any matrix from left to right hand side, the matrix becomes inverse, that you know from the mathematics. So when you take this P to the right hand side, it becomes P inverse. So it becomes P inverse. Remaining is APZ plus P inverse B into U. Correct, no? So there is one P coming here also and there is one P coming here also. P inverse. P becomes P inverse. Now it is of what format? It's of what format now? I am going to take this as a new state variable. Z is called new state variable. Z is called new state variable. P inverse A into P is called as new diagonal. This will be diagonal. If you do this, all these steps, then whatever you have here, no, P inverse A into P, that becomes diagonal. I wanted this only to be diagonal, no, that is what called as diagonalization. This is called new diagonal state matrix. Now whatever the previous A was there, no, capital A, that capital A I have converted into new diagonal state matrix. Now what is this called? This is called new B, capital B, new B. Okay, so let me call it as B instead of new B, can I call it as Bn, and I will call this as An. So what is the equation now? Z dot is equal to An Z plus Bn U. This is the new state equation I got. Previously whatever I had, that is now converted to this. So this is called as diagonalization. This An, if you calculate, how to calculate An? P inverse A into P. Okay? Remember, An formula is P inverse A into P. P you know how to calculate. So this is the formula to calculate the diagonal state matrix An. And what is the formula to calculate a Bn? It is equal to P inverse B. Similarly, you can calculate the other also. Let me show you the other one. What is one more state equation? We know that y is equal to Cx plus du. Here also you put x is equal to pz. So y is equal to Cpz plus du. Okay. Now what is this C into P called? This is called as new C matrix. New C matrix can be called as Cn. Will the D change? No. No change. I did not get any P term present here. So whatever the D is there for the previous value, before diagonalizing, the same D will be remaining after diagonalizing also. Now what is the new equation you got? Y is equal to Cnz plus du. This state equation, wherever x is there, instead of x I have got z. Now what is this Cn? Cn represents C into P. The old C, whatever you had here, that old C you multiply with P. That gives you the new C. Okay. So whatever the equations I have written in yellow color, that is called the state model after diagonalization. You will get the same answer if you use this method or if you use the diagonal canonical form, which I explained in the previous video lecture. Okay, by using partial fractions. Either use that method or use this method, you will get the same answer. When you have to use which method? In the problem, note number 1, if transfer function is given to you, if the transfer function is given to you and they ask you to find diagonal form, diagonal state model. If they give you transfer function and they ask you to find a diagonal state model, then you have to definitely use the previous method. Which is the previous method means that in the previous video lecture, okay, which is that method? Partial fractions method. I'll write the name as partial fractions method. Use. So you have to use partial fractions method. If in the second problem, if the problem, instead of giving transfer function, if they give you differential equation, if differential equation is given in the problem instead of transfer function, then if they ask you to find the diagonal state model, if they ask you to find the diagonal state model, then also you have to use the previous method. If they ask you differential equation, then also you have to use the previous method, which is nothing but partial fraction method. You have to use to solve the problem partial fraction method. If they give you directly the state model, then you have to, and if they ask you to find out what is the diagonal state model, one state model is given, okay, and they are asking you to convert that given state model into diagonal state model. In such case, you have to use this method, diagonalization. method. Diagonalization method means eigenvalues method. Whatever I explained now, no, that method you have to use. Okay, so you should remember these 3 points in the notes. If they give transfer function or if they give differential equation, use the partial fraction method to convert it into diagonal form. If they give you directly the state model, and if they ask you to convert this state model into diagonal state model, then you have to use eigenvalues method, whatever I explained now. Now let us see one problem based on this diagonalization method. Let us find out which method we need to use to do the diagonalization for this. Now consider this numerical. There is a state model given to you. Given a state model x1 dot x2 dot 0 1 minus 2 3 x1 x2 plus 0 1 u y is equal to 3 1 x1 x2. So what is this first equation? This is your state equation. What is the second equation? Output equation. So state equation and output equation together is called as your state model. Here you have to identify which is A, which is B, C, D and all. Now before that, how many state variables are there? x1 and x2, 2 state variables. So what is the order of the system? If the number of state variables are 2, then the order of the system is also 2. Remember, state variables, number of state variables is equal to order of the system. So here, because x1, x2 only 2 state variables are there, order of the system is 2. Now what is that we need to, which method you have to use? Obtain the diagonal canonical form of the state model. Diagonal. So in order to get the diagonal, there are 2 methods. One is partial fraction method and the other one is eigenvalues method. I told you in the previous note that if the state model is given to you directly, then you have to go for eigenvalues method. Okay, so now I have to use eigenvalues method. Use eigenvalues method. Use eigenvalues method. So for that I have to first calculate eigenvalues, right? So what is capital A? Whatever the square matrix is present now in the problem, that is your capital A. And what is this? Capital B. And what is y is equal to C into x. So this will be C. Is there any D present? No. D is equal to 0. So capital A from the given problem is 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. And what is capital B? 0, 1. And what is capital C? 3, 1. Row vector. What is the first step you need to do? Find out the eigenvalues. What is the formula? Lambda into I minus A. Determinant is equal to 0. So lambda into I. I means identity matrix. Whatever the size of A, the same size you have to take for identity matrix. Size of A is 2 cross 2. So even your identity matrix you should write it as 2 cross 2. Minus A. 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now subtract these two, multiply lambda. Lambda 0. 0 lambda minus 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3. You know this. You have studied in your mathematics how to find the eigenvalues. Now you subtract first element minus first element. Lambda minus 0. Lambda. Okay. Now 0 second element minus second element. 0 minus 1. Minus 1. Next 0 minus of minus 2. Plus 2. Next, lambda minus of minus 3, lambda plus 3. So for this you have to take determinant is equal to 0. Determinant is equal to 0. Now how to find the determinant? For determinant you have to multiply lambda into lambda plus 3 minus 2 into minus 1. Lambda into lambda plus 3 minus 2 into minus 1 is equal to 0. That gives lambda square plus 3 lambda plus 3 is equal to 0. Now what you need to do? To get the eigenvalues, find the roots of this. Solve it using your calculator. You will get lambda 1. First root you will get it as minus 1 if you use the calculator. Second lambda 2 you will get it as minus 2. Is the lambda values distinct? Yes. This is minus 1, this is minus 2. They both are not equal. So they are distinct, different values. So therefore diagonalization is possible. Now you have to start doing capital A. So what is capital A now? What is the first right constructor? P matrix. P is given by what? 1 1 in the first row. Second row should be lambda 1 lambda 2. Will you get third row? No, because the state variables are only 2. So you will get only 2 rows, 2 columns. That will give you 1 1. Lambda 1 is minus 1. Lambda 2 is minus 2. This is your P matrix. Capital P matrix is ready. Now after this, what is the formula for state vector? The formula for state vector, an is given by new value of a is a P inverse a into P. For this I need to find out this P inverse now. How to find inverse of a matrix? Inverse of 2 cross 2 matrix. P inverse formula is adjoint of P divided by determinant of P. How to find adjoint of P? Whatever the P matrix is there, the principal diagonal you interchange the principal. That means minus 2 you write it here, 1 you write it here. Minus 2, 1. Okay. Now what you should do for the opposite diagonal? You change the sign. Minus 1 you make it as plus 1. Plus 1 you make it as minus 1. So here you will get a minus 1 and plus 1 here. Okay. Now this matrix is called as adjoint matrix of P. Remember, if you have a 2 cross 2 matrix, taking adjoint is easy. Adjoint of a 2 cross 2 matrix is nothing but interchange the diagonal elements. Minus 2 you write here, 1 you write here, and change the sign of the opposite diagonal elements. Plus 1, minus 1, like this. After that, after finding adjoint, divide that by your determinant of P. How to find a determinant of P? Take the elements and just multiply. This is P matrix, no? P matrix. Cross multiply 1 into minus 2 minus 1 into 1. Okay, so 1 into minus 2 minus 1 into 1. This is the formula to find a determinant. Okay. Now what is the determinant answer you will get in the denominator? Denominator, if you simplify, you will get it as minus 1. That is multiplied with adjoint matrix. Now what is the answer for inverse matrix? P inverse is equal to plus 2 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1. This is the inverse of a matrix. Okay. How to find inverse of a matrix? By using this formula, adjoint divided by determinant. Find the adjoint, find the determinant, you will get the inverse matrix, P inverse. Now that P inverse you have to substitute to get your AN, diagonal matrix. We know that AN is equal to P inverse A into P. Substitute P inverse 2, 1, minus 1, minus 1. That you multiply with A. What is A matrix? 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3 into P. P you write down as it is, don't substitute. We will do first 2 matrix multiplication in one step. Each step you do only 2 matrix multiplication. So now you multiply 2 first row into first column, 2, 1 into 0, minus 2. First row into first column, first row into second column, second row into first column, second row into second column. If you do that, you are going to get like this. Minus 2, minus 1, 2. Now you substitute this P matrix. What is P matrix? P is given as 1, 1, minus 1, minus 2. Okay, now you multiply, you will get the diagonal matrix. Definitely your answer should be diagonal only. Otherwise, you can think that there is somewhere mistake you have done. Now again you take first row, first column. Minus 2 into 1, plus minus 1 into minus 1. So answer is equal to minus 1. Now first row into second column. First row into second column. Minus 2 into 1 plus minus 1 into minus 2. How much you will get? 0. Now second row first column 0. Second row second column minus 2. Did you get the diagonal element? Only the diagonal numbers are present. Other than diagonals, you are going to get 0 everywhere. Only diagonal will be elements. So this is a diagonal matrix. Diagonalization you have completed. Okay, but you have to find out all Bn and everything you have to find out. Now let us find out what is Bn. What is the formula for Bn? We know that Bn is given by P inverse into B. So you do it, P inverse you know. 2, 1, minus 1, minus 1. B also you know 0 and 1. If you multiply this, you are going to get 1 minus 1. This is Bn. Now you calculate Cn. Cn is equal to Cp. What was C given? 3, 1. What is P given? 1, 1, minus 1, minus 2. Now if you multiply, you are going to get 2, 1. That's all. So you found An answer, Bn answer, Cn answer. D will be what? D will be same. No change. So what was D in the previous given problem? 0. So here also D will be 0. Okay. So these are the numbers after diagonalization. This is important, this is important, and this is important. How to write it in state model? I'll show here only. Okay. I'll show it here. How to write it in state model? You have to write z1 dot. Instead of x, you have converted it to z. No. New state model. z1 dot, z2 dot is equal to minus 1, 0, 0, minus 2. Okay. That is your An matrix. That is multiplied into z1, z2 plus Bn matrix. What is Bn? 1 minus 1. That you have to substitute here. 1 minus 1. That is multiplied by u. Now what is another equation for state model? Y is equal to Cn. 2, 1. That is multiplied by z1, z2. Is there any D present? No. D is 0. So this is your diagonal canonical form of the state space model. It's in diagonal form. That's why it is called a diagonal canonical form of state space model. Okay. If they give you state space model and if they ask to find diagonal canonical form, then use eigenvalues method. If they give you transfer function and if they ask you to find diagonal canonical form, then you use partial fractions method.